But right, okay. Okay, Kayaba, where are you?
I'm just finishing on the evaluation.
The evaluation, fine. Okay, and Tasha?
I'm nearly finished the evaluation.
Right, okay, no bother. Okay. So as I say, if you want to ask questions about the evaluation or that, we'll deal with that at the end. We'll try and get the report stuff out the way first.
I've
Okay.
finished the evaluation, so I'll send you via email after this.
Yes, please, no bother. Thanks, Scott, no bother.
Yes.
Right, I'll get that marked up. Okay, because I'm at the point now when I'm starting to pull everything together that everybody's been sending me, so we can get a better idea of basically the whole picture regarding it. Yeah, I've not got this for definite, but the good news is you may not have to do assessment 3, which is a presentation. You might get away with that. Okay, I'm searching out the situation with that, but if you've done it, and if you carried out a presentation in one of your previous subjects, we might be able to carry that forward. I'm only saying might at the moment, but it would mean essentially that if once you do your summary evaluation in your report, that would be you. Columns, if we get permission on that, but I'm waiting on it coming back. Okay, I'll update you on that as quickly as I can. Okay, Yassine, any luck?
I'm just trying to load up my laptop so I can look at it now.
Right, okay, no bother.
It's just 2 seconds, man.
Okay, so trying to think, you're doing the okay, right, so those of you that are working on the report, have you finished your introduction?
Yeah, I've finished the introduction.
Right, okay, have you covered the Equalities Act 2010?
No, I've not done that.
Have you covered Brexit?
No.
Right, fine, that's okay. Anybody else that's on the report, are you in the same boat? Have you completed the introduction and you've not done any of the next 2 sections after that? Or have any of you started it?
Just about to start.
About to start, okay. Yeah.
I've done the bit where you examine the term social media and what it involves, and then you examine the different types of companies.
Right,
the 3 companies I've done.
Right, can I just apologise? I'm getting my classes mixed up. Of course you're doing social media. Sorry about that. Nobody jumped in. I'm going on a bit. When somebody said, "What do you mean Brexit?" Then they said,
I was confused. I was like,
I was going to say, what is the
Equality Act do? Yeah. Right, okay. It's been a long morning. I've had 2 Zoom classes already this morning, and they were all about different subjects. So I'm just getting. We're suffering from what we've now got a recognised medical condition. It's called Zoom fatigue. If you're on 2 Zoom sessions in one day.
Right.
Okay.
Alan, I'm on the bit where what type of social media do each company use. I'm just on that bit, and then I just need the advantages and disadvantages, and then I've done the main body of it.
Okay, that's fine. Right, so what I'll do is I'll go back, I'll just change it and put up the correct PowerPoint, and then from there we'll go through it and we'll see where everybody is with this and make sure you're understanding it. Okay, you can get as much of this done as you want. Okay, and then from there, in terms of the little things you need to add in, like the proper layout, pages, etc., basically table of contents, etc., then we'll go over that in more detail once everybody's at the point where they're about to deal with it. Okay.
What is the final date again, Alan, for it?
The final date is the 21st of May.
Right. I should have it done by this weekend, all of it.
You should listen. If you the good thing about this is if you finish it early, finish all the work early, you're done.
Aye.
That's it. Okay. For me, that's the situation. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want to really continue going to Zoom classes to the middle of June when you've got what to do, that's absolutely fine by me. I still need to be here. However, I'm assuming that once you've got your work done, you want to finish. So.
Right.
Okay. Right. Give me a minute. I'll just basically need to change this over. So apologies for that. Yeah, I need onto that one. Okay.
Why? Legal services.
Exactly, that's it. So that's what I was using before, right? Why I suddenly had a brain drain on it, as it were.
I can see maybe why maybe Brexit might affect the companies, but no the Equality Act.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is the Equalities Act does, because it covers employment legislation as well.
Oh, that's true. So it does. That's right. So it does. So it does. So it does.
Right, that's me getting the year right one now. There we go. Right, IT and business communication. Hooray, we're in the right section. So let's go for it. Okay, social media overview. Right, I think I did I send you copies? Sorry, did I send you copies of this stuff last week?
I saw one My City anyway.
It is, yeah, but what I tend to do is I'll send people a copy of them anyway. We just might not have had a chance to go over a lot. Potentially covered.
I printed mine off, so I'm all right.
Right, you printed yours off, right? Okay, you've got this. So, okay, so probably the best way to do this is tell me if you're having any issues with the report or anything you want me to go over, having looked at the PowerPoint, then say to me and we'll concentrate on what you need to help you out. Do you want me to go through this slide by slide and then you can see anything if you don't understand what's needed?
No, I'm alright with the report.
I think I'm okay with it too, most of it.
Right, what Tasha, what about yourself?
Yeah, I'm alright with it.
You're okay with it, right? Okay. Yes, I'll just do a very quick review of it then, just to make sure.
Could you verify something for me, Alan?
Yes, go. Of course I can.
If appendices like graphs, etc., data, whatever, you can put the source underneath your data.
I'll explain that how it works. Okay.
That's how I normally do them.
Yeah. There are various ways you can do it. Okay. What we do basically in this assessment in terms of your appendices, you link back, which is a lot simpler than putting the sources in as footnotes, etc. But you can also link back. But I'll show you what we mean. Okay, so
a paragraph. Sorry, people say as in appendices 2.
Right,
detail, blah blah blah.
Right, let's clear this out. Hold on a minute. Would it help you if I showed you an example of a completed assessment?
Aye, that'd be good, yeah.
Would that help everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would.
Yeah.
You might have find it because I did upload one. Right. Okay, this is one that was done a couple of years ago. Okay, and it's a very good standard. Obviously, the student's name has been changed to a student. Their name that was on there. Okay. Okay, so essentially, this was last year, 2019. Okay. There's basic information, as we know, that you need to put on the page. And that's it really. The title, student's name, the fact it's at Glasgow College, the date of submission, and my name. That's basically what has to go on it. Right, contents page. Do you all know how to make one?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
I was jumped in as the Liz.
I'm sure it would be by Liz. Absolutely. So that's fine. Excuses then. Right, okay. So in that case, you know how to number pages.
Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Is anybody not sure? Okay, I'll take it you know what you're doing then.
Right.
Okay, so as you can see here, basic introduction is quite small. Okay, and then from there, in general, you're looking at what is social media. So you're not firing in and giving me examples of social media, you're just explaining what it is. Okay?
What the term means.
What the term means, yep. Because a lot of people think of social media and only think of Facebook. Twitter and Instagram, but there's a lot more to it than that.
Right. You know, normally, Alan, in normal circumstances, right, and you're doing a report, most of your data would have to be, most of your reference material would need to be a mixture of books, internet, but because of the present situation, we can only use internet.
That's fine. That's not a problem.
That's
Because
fine.
what I'm going to do is I will be showing you how to reference properly with internet. There's a different way of referencing if you're referencing a book or
Aye,
internet or a
aye.
journal, a
I
newspaper clip. Okay. Okay, so that's giving you an idea of what we're talking about basically in terms of what is social media. You're then going on to look at social media websites or apps. That's a separate section. Okay, after you've completed that part of it, you're looking at your case studies. Now, these basically are the companies that you've chosen. Okay, remember you have to pick three. You have to basically you have to pick a local one, a national one, and an international one. So it's three in total. And you're explaining what basically how they use social media. Okay, so that's a zoo. Then this probably should have been slight change can read on this. She's now looking at the misguided fashion brand and basically how it uses it. And it's not just how it uses one particular type of social media, it's how it uses social media in general. Okay, then because what she's done is she's put Instagram for misguided, Facebook for London Zoo, and then basically she's looked at it in Twitter and the way that BT use it, which is slightly different from the way other companies sometimes use it. You're then,
so is it?
Yes, she'll go for it. Yeah.
Is it just one social media for each business you're going to explain?
It'll depend. See when you're looking at the information that your information on the companies.
Aye.
If you go to their website, it will tell you the different types of social media they use.
But
so they might use one then, obviously.
Hold on, Ashley, you're jumping in here. Yes, Justine.
Depending on how many they have, that's how many you're going to put in.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Okay. So when you're covering the company, if they use Facebook, they use Twitter, and they use Instagram, and they maybe use YouTube, because YouTube is a form of social media. Okay, one company might be using 4. Now, if you've talked about how Facebook's been used, can be used by a company, and one that you've covered already, you do not need to use that again unless they use it in a different way. Okay.
Yeah.
But say for instance, so it might be like you've got like company number 1 uses Facebook and only Facebook, so you've covered that. Company number 2 might use Facebook and Instagram. If they use Facebook the same way as the other company, you don't need to talk about it again, you only need to cover Instagram. But say if they use Facebook in a different way, then you need to mention it.
Yeah.
Everybody got that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't want you, it's not a case, I don't want you you're not having to repeat yourself. It's only if it's something different, then you would mention it.
Aye.
Does that make sense to you?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Tasha, are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Anybody, I can't see who else is on. Michael, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that, yeah.
Okay, right, good. Okay, thanks. George, everything okay with you?
I'm all right, yeah.
Right, good. Okay, right. Okay, so you're then going to advantages and disadvantages. What's good about it? What's bad about it? Okay. And then from there, you're doing your conclusion.
The conclusion is just your introduction on the back to front.
Not so much back to front, but it's a variation in your introduction. Ashley, so rather than say, if we look at the introduction, in this case the introduction states, within this report the topics will be covered about social media and about and how it's used for promotion, sales and customer reach. If you then go to the conclusion, there should be something
similar to
that, but in a different way.
It's past tense because you've already done it.
Past tense because you've already done it, exactly, that's it. Whereas one's future tense, the other one's past tense.
Aye, that's what I meant.
Okay, the other thing you need to remember with your conclusion is you cannot bring anything new into your conclusion.
No,
So if you've not covered it in your report, you can't mention it.
no.
The only time you could mention something is if the report also asks for recommendations. At that point, then you could bring in something new. But if it's a conclusion on its own, you cannot do that. It's only what's being covered in the report. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this report then, we can add things on then because we're asked for. We're asked to put them.
You can only put in what you've been asked for.
But in this report, we're asked to put
In the report, yeah. Okay.
recommendations.
But under the conclusion, it would be this report has examined social media and how it plays a vital part in today's economy. So you're flipping it around, explaining what's been covered. 3 things you need to remember, and it's in the PowerPoint. What it is you've done, how you've done it, and why you've done it. And if you've covered those 3 points, so you have a minimum of 3 sentences in the conclusion. If you can answer those 3 questions, that's your conclusion complete. So it's not enough to say, this was a great report and I enjoyed making it. Sorry, that's not a conclusion, that's just a statement. Okay? You need to cover the aspects on it. From there, I'm going to move down to the bibliography. Now, I hope when you're looking through, if you're looking, let's say for instance, you're looking at company websites. With 3 companies, take a note of the 3 company websites. If you're looking at for your social media section on what is social media, take a note of anything you've looked at there. Okay? And if there's anything relating to advantages or disadvantages in social media, again, take a note of where you looked for it. If you add that up, you're going to have 5 or 6. I'm only looking for 5.
Right.
Okay, so therefore, if you've got, if you do it that way, you're going to have your 5. Saves you the bother trying to hunt back and find things, basically find things. Okay, there's a certain way you need to lay it down in the report, and we'll cover that. Right, okay, remember the appendices for this one were actually set in separately, so it's not on that. It's because it's a sample, we wouldn't include them. But the appendices, basically, if you can let me just switch PowerPoints to this one here, everything you need to include in the report, apart from the writing. There we go. And I'm going to go to the end section on this, okay? And it's telling you about the appendices. Okay, you need 2 of these in the report.
Right.
These are sections which contain information that backs up or illustrates a point in the main report. Okay, so it might be, you might have made a statement saying by using Facebook, basically the customer base of this company has grown by 40%. Bring me a graph telling me that, showing me that, and then put it in the appendix. You can't put it in the middle of the report because it's too big, but you could put it in the appendix. Sorry. So that's what we're talking. So this is basically what we're talking about with the appendix as it goes. Hold on, there we are. We're in. You've got, in this one, you've asked for 3. Ignore the last one. This one, the one you're doing, you'll need 2. Now, what would normally happen is it'd be 2 things. If you've got a graph, anything to do with graphs, that'll be one appendix. If you then get, if you then get an image, like say for instance a screen dump of, I don't know, British Rail's website, Facebook page, you put that in appendix 2, and that because that is an image, not a graph. So there's different types of information that go into them. Have you got? Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now you can put in as many or as few as you like. If you only want to put 1 in each, that's fine. You've covered that. You're giving me 2 appendix. Now you'll notice that they're actually named at the top. They've got headings for appendix 1 and appendix 2. Okay, and written below them in small letters is what it is. What you're actually looking at with that. Okay, so that one says Brexit timeline. You can see that obviously it's got it on that as well. But you still need to acknowledge it exists now. What happens with is this? If you've put down say one of your companies is British Rail, and you've put down sort of British Rail destination chart, say it was something like that. After you've done that in the appendix, you go back to the main report, and at the end of that paragraph, you open brackets and put on it, see Appendix 2, and then close the brackets. That's what we mean by referencing back.
Right.
Okay, so you can see anybody that's looking at the report can look at it and see, oh, wait a minute, there's something in the appendix I've got to look at. Okay, so you're linking the two together. Is everybody clear with that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if anybody is having problems with that, we might basically see next week or whatever, I'll demonstrate to you exactly what I mean. Okay? What's going to happen is, I'll ask you to work on, basically to work on this, and then I'll do a mop-up session and all this stuff here, which if I can just go back, I'll can show you exactly what it covers. You don't need the glossary for this one because you don't need to require it for yours. But what this section does is it tells you in terms of the title page, the correct use of headers, page numbering, and the auto-update contents page. Now you're saying you've covered that well, Liz, that's great. Hopefully I shouldn't do anything. One thing I'll ask you, do you know how to get the pages numbered so there's no number on the title page?
Yes.
Yes.
Could you show me that again, Alan?
Of course I can, no
forgot how to
problem.
do it, man.
Right.
You tick the different first page.
You do indeed, but a lot of people either don't know what that is.
I completely
or they'll look
forgot
at it.
it.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to see that sample one that I had.
Hi.
Okay, I'm going to put that back up. And the reason why I'm going to put it back up is because deliberately I left the number on the front page when I was making up the sample. Correction, I didn't. I put it off. Never mind. Right, so I'll show you what happens is. The title page, normally what would happen is when you start a report and you go to insert a number. So just to make sure, insert.
Page numbers.
Yep, sometimes there's a bit over here as well, so just be careful, depending on what version of Word you're using. Okay, page numbers, bottom of page. Now it's either going to be number 2 or number 3. Why? Because if you print it off and you basically have the page number on the left-hand side, you won't see it. Okay, so let's just say, for instance, we're doing just plain number 3. It's down there. You'll notice it's showing, but it takes forever. What I've done is I've switched the different numbers off. So let's see what we've got. We've now got a page 0, but we don't want that. So we click that. And page 1 will now start at the footer. It should not be basically on the contents page anymore. Okay, so it's clear. That's it. So that's how you get your page numbers on, basically on your page number on, but we're having nothing on the title page.
Right.
If you've got your headings in correctly, that's heading 1. Okay, in fact, they're all heading 1 in this one. I think about that. Then basically what happens is quite simply is it will start the contents page after the first heading, which in this case is introduction. Contents is only put in when you put the page in. Now, what you could have done, or what this girl could have done, but it's not totally necessary. Websites, see the case studies.
Aye.
She's used heading 1 for that. She could have selected London Zoo and put in heading 2.
Aye.
Okay? Or for misguided, again, she could have put in heading 2. And then BT, heading 2. Now, if we then go back to the title page, or rather to the contents page, now just so you know how to update this, normally what happens is, under normal circumstances like that, if this is the correct type of table, when you go in here, and up to this side, if you click on it, it should give you the option of updating.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is update the entire table, because we've made changes to the headings as well as the numbers. the notice, it's not put in BT, but we'll try that again. But it's now got case studies as a main header, and it's got London Zoo and Misguided as subheadings.
Mhm.
So if we now go back, I'll go back to BT, cover that again, and get that so it matches up. That's interesting. It's taking a different font for some reason. Yeah. But we'll try it. We'll try it and see if it makes any difference this time. It should actually go in because it is the correct type of heading. Okay, so if you don't have the correct headings in, it's basically going to cause you problems when it comes to basically to updating this.
Mhm.
Right, it just doesn't like that for some reason. I would need to go back. I'd get it sorted eventually. You find that sometimes when it's abbreviations, it won't pick them up so well. But the idea being there would be once you finish to complete it, you would have that as subheadings. Either way is acceptable.
Mhm.
Okay. What you need to be careful with is you do not use any headings on your title page. Because if you use headings in your title page, it'll automatically include them in the contents page.
In the content.
It can be an absolute disaster. It can turn into an absolute disaster. The same thing can apply if, say, for instance, you were doing your references. That's in your bibliography. So let's get down to that. So that should be a heading 1, which it is. But this should be normal text only, which it is. But say, for instance, that had stayed on heading 1. All of that section would suddenly appear in your contents page when you updated it.
Mhm.
So it's important that you know that you choose the right heading for each section. Everybody clear on that?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Right. That have you all used Cite This For Me before? For doing referencing?
No, I've not. I don't think
You
so.
haven't, right? Okay, we'll cover that next week. Okay, we'll cover that next week. Okay, and the appendices we can also cover next week. Since you all seem quite comfortable about putting in the main headings and the numbers. That's fine. Okay.
We did this before.
You've done that before. Good.
Yeah.
So obviously you know how to do that. But the other two parts, the end two parts, the bibliography, and also the appendix. I'll give you a hand with that and basically over Zoom next week in the session, okay?
See if I can't make that.
Aye.
Will you email that to me?
What I can do is, what I'm actually starting to do is I'm starting to record these sessions.
Okay.
So what would happen is if you can't make it, there'll be a recording of that section, next week's session, Tasha.
All right,
So
thanks.
you'll be able to look it over whenever you're able to, okay?
Uh-huh.
Right, okay, and it's the same with today's section. This is recording as well. So anything we've covered on this, if you're not sure of it, you actually maybe go online and watch it again if you want to. Okay, so the option's going to be there for you. Okay, anything else anybody wants to ask about the report? And then what we'll do is from here, I will go on and we'll start, and we'll basically, for those that are still doing assessment 1, it'll cover any queries that you might have.
Fine.
You're fine. Okay. If you don't want to stay, if you're happy with what you in terms of the summary or the evaluation, that's absolutely fine. Just basically, I'll see you all next week. Have a go on this. Do the usual. Send it to me if you think you're there or just about, and I'll check it for you. Okay. Any question you like. Nothing is silly. Okay. A question's a question. Okay, so I'm not going to sit there sort of laughing if you say something that you might think is pretty stupid. I don't do that, okay? It's just basically a question is a question. You're asking it for a reason.
You would have Zen was on right
now. Zane's doing all right. That's all I'm saying. But Zane is actually doing all right.
I'm glad. Good boy.
Zane has been listening to what I've been saying.
I'll be first then.
Now, I'm sorry. You say what you like, I think what you like about other students in private, okay? But you know, some things click, with people and some things don't.
Well, that's
No,
true. That's right.
It's
That's
different,
right.
you know. So that's a situation. That's a situation with it. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's me in terms of assessment 2. Anything else anybody wants me to go over regarding that before I move on to assessment fund for those that want a bit of help with that?
No, it's all good.
No.
Okay. Is it all good? If there's anything, if there's anything you can think about that you've forgotten while we're on, that's fine. Just email me and I'll get back to you on it. Okay.
Okay, Alan.
Okay. So thanks for coming in. So basically, you only need to stay online if you've got any questions regarding the summary and evaluation if you're still working on it. Okay. The rest of you, by all means, you can sign off, no bother. Thanks for coming in. Okay.
Thank you.
Right, okay.
Thank you.
Bye for
Good
now.
chat.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Alan. Bye, guys.
Okay. Cheers. Bye, George.
Bye-bye.
Right. Okay.